The legend of the Colosseum Gladiators. Before empires fell, before marble crumbled to dust, there was an arena where men became legends, or died trying. In the heart of ancient Rome stands a monument to glory, brutality, and spectacle. This is the story of blood on sand, of warriors forged in chains, of the thunderous roar of 50,000 souls. But before we step into the arena, tap subscribe to Euro Chronicles and enter a realm where history speaks softly and legends are forever alive. Like this channel and share this with fellow legend lovers. In 70 AD, under the rule of Emperor Vespasian of the Flavian dynasty, construction began on what would become the most famous amphitheater in human history. On-screen graphic, timeline 70 to 80 AD, built on the site of Nero's former palace lake. The arena was meant for the people, a gift to Rome. In 80 AD, Emperor Titus inaugurated the amphitheater with 100 days of games, animals from Africa, executions, gladiatorial combat. The people were mesmerized. Captured soldiers were men. Recruitment, gladiator schools, ludi. Contrary to myth, not all gladiators were slaves. Some were prisoners of war, some were criminals, and some shockingly volunteered. They trained in brutal discipline, wooden swords, heavy shields, endless drills. Life inside a gladiator school was harsh but structured. Diet, barley, and beans. Medical care, surprisingly advanced. Opponents of each type had strengths and weaknesses. The fights were choreographed, yet deadly. The crowd decided fate. Thumb gestures remain debated by historians. Was it thumbs up? Was it thumbs down? Death or mercy often rested on spectacle. Though he never fought in the Colosseum itself, no gladiator legend is complete without Spartacus. In 73 BC, Spartacus led the most famous slave revolt in Roman history. His name became immortal. Scene 8. Commodus, the emperor who fought an emperor, stepped into the arena himself. Commodus staged fights to glorify himself, but his obsession would help accelerate Rome's decline. The games weren't just entertainment, they were political tools. The phrase bread and circuses described how emperors controlled the masses. Free grain, free spectacle, keep the people distracted. Thousands of animals were slaughtered for spectacle. Rome demonstrated dominance over nature itself. With the rise of Christianity, public executions and gladiatorial combat began to decline. By 404 AD, gladiatorial games were officially ended. The Colosseum survived.
Don't forget to comment and subscribe.
To the legend of Colosseum Gladiators, were the men who stood on blood-soaked sand, staring death in the face, while 50,000 voices demanded violence. Who were the warriors who entered the arena as slaves and left as legends? This is not merely a story of combat, it is a story of empire, power, survival, and the cost of glory. Before you go, tap subscribe to Euro Chronicles and enter a realm where history speaks softly and legends are forever alive. Like the channel and share this with fellow legend lovers. Now, the legend of Colosseum Gladiators. To understand the gladiator, we must first understand Rome was not built on marble, it was built on conquest. In 72 AD, Emperor Vespasian began construction of the greatest arena ever built. His son, Titus, would inaugurate it with 100 days of games. Gladiators were not born heroes. Many were prisoners of war, slaves, criminals. Some were volunteers chasing fame. Inside the gladiator schools, discipline was brutal. Wooden swords, endless drills. Survival meant obedience. Each type was designed for spectacle. Each duel was a choreographed dance with death. The games began with executions. Crowd noise intensifies. The gates open. The sand is fresh. The crowd is merciless. Close-up of helmet, sweaty grip, tightening sword. Emperor watching. Contrary to myth, the thumb did not always decide death. Gladiators were expensive investments. Death was not always the goal. drama was. Some gladiators became ancient celebrities. Women wrote about them. Children idolized them. One gladiator dared to challenge Rome itself. In 73 BC, Spartacus led a slave uprising that shook the Republic. The games were not sport. They were control. Keep the people fed. Keep them entertained. And they will not revolt. As the empire weakened, so did the games. Spread of Christian a tide expanding gladiatorial combat from clips inspired by Rome modern stadium crowd sports arenas how the sand no longer drinks blood. The arena never truly disappeared. Beneath these stones lie the echoes of courage, desperation, and the eternal hunger of empire. The gladiators fought for survival. Rome fought for dominance. And history remembers both.